am going to teach you all how to make a slouch hat, and the first thing that you're going to need is a crochet needle. I'm using a size 6.0, okay, which is a size J, but it's a 6.0, and I am using also this violet crochet yarn that I picked up from Walmart, and it wasn't that expensive. It is it's 283 grams and it's 482 yards, okay? And so you just find a ball of yarn that you're interested in. I love the purple, so I'm going to do the purple. So the first thing I need you to do is we need to make a slip knot, and we wrap it around these two fingers. We pull the yarn in through our fingers and we make a little loop here. There's the loop, and then we stick our needle through that loop, tighten it up, and pull it up. So that's how we latch on to our needle, and we're going to chain 50, or chain as many chains as you need to wrap around your head. So I'm going to start with 50, and so what I do is I wrap my yarn around the hook and I just keep pulling through. That's one chain, that's two chains, that's three chains, and you just count till you get to 50. I'm not going to do all 50 online, but that's how you make a chain, and you just make 50 or the number that you need to wrap around your head. I'll be back. Hello, I'm back, and I have my chain of 60. I actually made a chain of 60. 50 was for a smaller size head, but my head was 60 chains. So what I'm going to do is make a circle now. So I'm going to take the beginning of the yarn and the hook, and I'm going to go in between, and now I have a circle, and you want to make sure that you don't twist your yarn. So you want to make sure that you keep it going in the same direction, and then you're going to pull some yarn and go through both of those loops to make the circle. Okay, so I'll be back. Hi you guys, here is a tip when you are trying to connect and make the circle. Go in the back where you see that little lump. Take the needle through the back. That is a sure way to make sure that your yarn doesn't twist. Then you pull the yarn through both of the loops. I'm sorry. All right, pull it through both of the loops, and now we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to double crochet in every stitch in this circle. And the way you double crochet is you wrap the yarn around the hook, you go through the first chain, you pull the yarn through, you grab some more yarn and pull it through 2 loops, grab some more yarn, pull it through the last 2. That is a double crochet. One more time, wrap the yarn around your hook, go through the chain, grab more yarn, pull it through. You have 3 chains on your hook, pull it through the first 2, wrap it around again, pull it through the second 2 loops, and that is a double crochet. So I'm going to do a double crochet in every stitch around, and when I finish I will have 60 double crochets. 60 double crochets. I'll meet you when I come back. Hi guys, I am back, and I have one more chain to create a double chain in. So I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hook, go through the chain, pull up some yarn, wrap my chain around and grab some more yarn, pull it through 2 loops, and then more yarn, grab more yarn and pull it through the last 2 loops. And now with that first 2 chains that we created at the beginning, we're going to count 1, 2, and we're going to slip stitch into that. So take your time and go through 2 of those chains and pull it through, and then just pull it through. That's called a slip stitch. And then we're going to chain up 2. 1, 2. I'm only chaining up 2. You could chain up 3, but I'm chaining up 2 because this size 6 hook is pretty big. Now this is how it should be looking, and we're getting ready to create some ribbing. This is going to be like the bottom of the hat where the opening is. And so, and you see if you go through the back, it didn't chain. I'm sorry, it didn't twist. So okay, so we chain up 2, and we're going to do what they call a double chain in the back, in the front loop. Okay, a double chain in the front loop. So what you do in the front post, a double chain in the front post, you wrap your yarn around a hook, okay, and you take the needle and go behind the chain, and then you pull some yarn around that, pull up a loop. Again, you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to pull it through 2, grab some more yarn, pull it through the last 2, and that is a front post double crochet. Okay, I'm going to do a couple more of these front post double crochets so you can always rewind. And we're not going to worry about this little extra yarn here. We will sew that in. We'll weave it in at the end. So again, you would grab some yarn on your hook, go between the posts right here. All right, grab some yarn, go through 2, and then grab more yarn, go through the last 2. And that's easy. You do it again, grab some yarn, go through the post, pull some yarn up. You have 3 loops on your hook, pull through 2, and pull through the last 2. I'm going to do this all the way around. This is really going to create some pretty ribbon at the base of your hat, and it looks like a little brim. It'll be different from the whole hat, and it gives it a little style. I'm going to insert a picture of how the hat should look when we're finished. At this point, what I usually do, I do try it on my head, and you know, yarn is going to give a little, so I wouldn't make it too big, and that way you would have to go back and pull out the stitches. But try it on before you go any further. Make sure it goes around your head, and then that's how you measure. That's how I measure whether the hat is going to fit me or not. I'll be back when I get all the way through and ready to slip stitch for the 3rd row. Okay, I'm back and I'm at the last post, and so I'm going to do that with you, and I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hook, go up under the post, grab some yarn. I'm going to bring it up, and I will have 3 loops on the yarn. I will go through these 2 and then go through the last 2, and then I'm going to count the 2 chains, 1, 2, and go through number 2 for my slip stitch and bring it through. Okay, and then I'm going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and so we've completed 2 rounds of the hat already, and rounds 3 and 4 are going to be the exact same as round 2. So you're going to chain up 2, and you're going to just put a double crochet through the post of each stitch across around of each stitch around for rows 3 and rows 4. Double crochet front post in every stitch around, okay, until you get to round 4. Okay, I'll meet you back. Okay, I'm back and I'm on almost finished row 4, and I am going to complete the last post with you, front post with you, and I'm going to connect with you. I'm going to count 1, 2 and go into the top of 2 and do my slip stitch. And I'm looking at this and I really don't think it's high enough for me, so I'm going to do 2 more rows of this. So I have 2 more rows, which is a repeat of row 2 where I chain 2, 1, 2, put some chain and do a double crochet front post. Okay, and I'm going to do 2 more rows, so we're going to have 6 rows of this. So I'll see you when I come back. Okay, so I decided to come back on camera. I did do 6 rows, and the way you count your rows is you can see these little holes through. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I did 6 rows of this. So I did 6 rows. I did 6 rows of that, and that's how you count. And so now we're going to create some other type of texture and ribbon. This is gorgeous, and see how it has stretch. So about 60 around is good, but measure your head and try it on before you get this far. So we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and this time instead of going into the front post, we're going to go behind, and we are going to do a back post double crochet. So you wrap your yarn around a hook and you go through the back to the front, push the post back, pull up a loop, and you have 3. You go through 2, pull through the last 2. So you're just doing in reverse what you were doing for the last 6 rows. And we're going to do a row of back post double crochet. One more time, pull one more time, wrap the yarn around the hook, go through the back, push the post back, pull through. You have 3, 1, 2, 3 on the hook, pull through 2, pull through 2. Do it again. Wrap around the hook, go in the back, push the post back, grab the yarn, pull it up, 1, 2, 3, wrap around the hook, pull through 2, wrap around the hook, pull through the last 2. And you're going to do that all the way around. Okay, I'll be back. So I'm back, and I have one more back post from back post double crochet, and I'm going to make that with you, and then I am going to count up to 1, 2 and go through the top and do a slip stitch to join. Okay, so that's row 7, and you see it really created this nice little ridge. So I just love the transition. And so this next row, row 8, we're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and what we're going to do is just do an ordinary double crochet in every stitch around. This is a very, very easy hat to make. So we're going to wrap the yarn around our hook and go through the double crochet right on top. That's the original double crochet. Pull it through 2, pull it through 2. Wrap the yarn around our hook, go through the top of the double crochet, pull the yarn through. Wrap the yarn around the hook, go through the double crochet. I'll do a few more, let you see it. Wrap the yarn around the hook and double crochet. Wrap the yarn around the hook, go through the double crochet. And we will be doing this all the way around, so I'll see you in the end. And rewind and watch if you if I'm going too fast, but this is really quick crochet. So you can always just rewind and watch it again. I'll be back. Hi, I'm back and I'm almost finished row 8, and I'm going to finish that with you. I'm going to do a double crochet in this last double crochet here, back post, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, and I'm going to slip stitch in the top and join the row. Chain 2, 1, 2. And I am going to do that again. So row 9 is going to be a repeat of row 8. You're actually supposed to go back and repeat row 7, but I don't want to do that because it's too close. I want to have a little height before I have another ribbing of this effect, ridge. So I want more space in between. So I'm going to do one more row of double crochet all the way around, and I'll just talk to you a little bit while I do this so you can see me working. This is not my original pattern, and I will provide where I got this pattern from in the description below. I've done this for some Christmas gifts, and I love this hat. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so I will do this all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end. Looking good. So far, looking good. So I did 18 rows, and I'm actually on the 18th row, and I'm finishing with double crochet 2 together. And so the way that you do a double crochet 2 together is you wrap the yarn around your hook, you enter the crochet, you pull up a loop and pull it through 2, you go through the next chain, pull up a loop, and pull it through all 3. That is crocheting 2 together. And we're doing this so that we can bring the top of the hat in. Okay, so I'll do it again. Wrap it around your hook, go through the double crochet, pull up a loop, take it through 2, enter the next chain, pull up a loop, pull it through all 3. Let's do it again. Pull up a loop, pull it through 2, enter, pull up a loop, and pull it through all 3. And I have 1 chain left. I'm just going to do a double crochet in there, and that will end that row, the 18th row, and it's pulling the hat in. And then again, we're going to slip stitch into 1, 2, the second chain. Okay, if I can get it in there. Okay, let's get it in. Okay, and slip stitch. Okay, now we're ready for row 19, and we're working in closing up this hole. And I showed you how I tried it on, and it was fitting really nice, and it should measure around 8 inches. That's the height, but if you want it longer than that, you would just make more rows. So that is important for you to try on. Okay, so guys, I'm back, and this is going to be our final round before we use the darning needle to close the hole. So this is going to be row 19 for me. So I'm going to chain 2, and I am going to repeat what I just did in the previous row, which is double crochet 2 together. Okay, so you can rewind and watch, and we're double crowing 2 together. I'm sorry, this stitch is the crocheting 2 together using the half double crochet. I apologize. Okay, so I will show you again how that's done. It is, you wrap the yarn around your hook, you enter the chain, you pull up a loop, and you go through 2, into the next chain, pull up a loop, pull it through all three. This is double chaining using the half double crochet. I choose to use the half double crochet two together because I don't want the hat to be so long up here. I just want it to be short in this section. So I changed the pattern and I changed it to this, and I love the half double. I love the half double crochet. So again, you wrap your yarn around the hook, you go through the chain, you pull up a loop, go through two, go into the chain, pull up a loop, pull it through all three. And you're going to do this all the way around, and it's going to bring the hat in more. It's going to be closing up this hole. I'll be back. So I just finished making my last double crochet two together. I'm going to pull it out so that I can show you, and then I'm going to join it with a slip stitch. So again, wrap the yarn around my hook, go through the chain, pull up a loop, pull it through two, go through the chain, pull up a loop, pull it through all three, and then count 1, 2, and we're going to join with a slip stitch like we've been doing for every row. And I actually made my stitches tighter. And so we join. So I'm going to pull it up some, just pull a loop, so you can see how that hole has closed in. All right, so we're going to pull up some yarn, and you're going to use your scissors, okay, and pull off enough so that you can weave in the hat. I'm going to show you. This is pretty cool and easy. And you go here and you pull that chain through, okay, and then you're going to grab your darning needle. Hold on, I'm back. This is a darning needle here. This is a darning needle, and I'm going to thread it with my yarn. I'm going to thread the needle and pull it through halfway. And what we're going to do at the top of the hat is we're going to just weave this darning needle in and out of the chain. So we're going to go in and then back and forth, in and back and forth the top of the chain. Weave it all the way around the hat, and so that we can, when we get back to the beginning, we can pull it together and it'll come in. So just keep doing in and, back and forth all the way around the stitches of the top of the hat. In and in. I think I've gotten them all. And so, and here we're going to just pull. See how it's closing it up? It closes that loop. We're going to take our hand inside of the hat. See how it closed that hole up? And we're not going to worry about that little gap because we're going to close it. So I'm going to just stick my needle through the hole so it's in the inside of the hat, and I'm going to flip the hat inside out like that. So inside out, and I'm going to pull as tight as I can to close up that hole, right? And pull. And so what I'm going to do now is take my darning needle with the yarn, and I'm going to go into and out a couple stitches to just close that up, close the hole up permanently. So you're going to look at the top of your hat, and you're going to just go through one side of the into the other side, and you're just going to keep tightening it up to close that hat. Just close it till you're comfortable with it and pull. See how I'm doing that? And I'm closing up that. You're not worried about these holes here because those are stitches, but just this hat at the top, you want to close that up. And so I'm just going to do that a couple more times. And this is also going to help me bury this, the leftover yarn when I'm finished. I'll just kind of, some people don't do knots, but I do. Because I do not want this to come apart. So I'm still trying to close up this hole to where I am comfortable with it. This is my first time doing this, so I hope it's not too hard for you to follow. But again, you can always rewind. That's how you learn. Rewind and watch and get comfortable. Practice makes perfect. So see, I'm comfortable with that hole being closed up. I think it's really pretty good. So now I'm going to just take this needle through a couple of loops so that I can bury this chain. Bury the string, the yarn. I'm just gonna keep going around in a circle. That's what I'm. So y'all, this is the hat, the finish. I am so sorry it cut off on you guys, but this is the hat, and here's the top of the hat. It's all closed up. You can wear it as a slouch in the back. You know, I'm sassy with mine. I like mine be high top. You know, that's how I do mine. But I love it. And that is the hat. I'm so sorry that it cut off on you guys. And I will do it again. This was absolutely my first time. I'll get better later. I am not a professional. This is not my pattern. The pattern is from Fiberflux, and I love her. She's sweet. I watch a lot of her tutorials. So I hope that you like it. I will do something else again, but I love this color, you know, Baltimore Ravens purple. So if you have questions, please leave them in the comment area. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and tell a friend, tell a family member. And, you know, this is how you wear a hat, y'all. You have to make sure it comes over your ears, okay? And you know, I don't have any high eyebrows, but, you know, right there. And I love it. Again, look at the detail. And I have so much joy in doing things like this because I'm using my hand, and you know, crochet is really good. It's really good for your brain too. So peace, you guys, and give me a thumbs up and help me get these subscribers that I need, so like these yarn companies can like sponsor me or something, you know. Help a sister out. I do a lot. I told you I'm a Jacqueline of all trades, and some people ask that I show them how to make a hat, and I've done that. And let me know if I should do it again in the comment box, you know, because, you know, time is precious. So thank you guys, and see you soon.